Today on Rappler. President Marcos Jr. cancels plans to attend COP28 in Dubai. A think tank says Maharlika's success will depend on the professionalism of its management and the independence of its board. Israel and Hamas agree to extend their truce for another day. Destruction across the Amazon rainforest slows down dramatically in 2023. The UP Fighting Maroons defeat the DLSU Green Archers in the UAAP Basketball Finals Game 1. Pop superstar Taylor Swift is named Spotify's Global Top Artist for 2023. And Kathryn Bernardo confirms her split with Daniel Padilla. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. scraps his plans to participate in the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference or COP28, citing important developments in the hostage situation involving 17 Filipino seafarers in the Red Sea. Instead, Marcos is set to convene a meeting to dispatch a high-level delegation to Tehran, Iran, to provide assistance to the seafarers. The Foreign Affairs Department previously confirmed Yemen's Houthi rebels seized a cargo ship with 17 Filipino seafarers in the Red Sea. Marcos says he trusts Environment Secretary Maria Antonia Yulo Loizaga to, quote, lead the COP28 delegation and articulate the country's statement on his behalf. Marcos was supposed to leave Manila Thursday morning, November 30, and arrive in Dubai late in the afternoon. Had he pushed through, it would have been his 11th international trip for the year and the 17th since taking office in mid-2022. A think tank says Maharlika's success will depend on the professionalism of its management and the independence of its board. Independent regional think tank ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office or AMRO notes the Maharlika Investment Fund or MIF already has a strong legal framework. But the government must ensure that the fund is run by professionals with an independent board of directors. A report by AMRO says the MIF faces potential risks that could jeopardize its success depending on how its management body operates the fund. AMRO adds, at the operational level, the authorities should clearly define its role in infrastructure investment with appropriate governance stipulated to avoid misuse of funds. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. handpicked businessman Rafael Consing Jr. as the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Maharlika Investment Corporation last November 24. Israel and Hamas strike a deal to extend their 6-day truce by one more day to allow negotiators to keep working on deals to swap hostages held in Gaza for Palestinian prisoners. The truce, which began on Friday, November 24, has allowed much-needed humanitarian aid into Gaza since the war began. Shortly after the agreement, Israeli police say 2 Palestinian attackers opened fire at a bus stop during morning rush hour at the entrance to Jerusalem, killing 2 people and wounding 8. Israeli authorities say the attackers were, quote, neutralized. Before the agreement, both Israel and Hamas had said they were preparing to resume fighting as negotiations over the next batch of hostages to be released hit an impasse. Gaza's health ministry says around 15,000 Palestinians have been killed in the 7-week war, while Israel says 1,200 people were killed in Hamas's October 7 attack. Destruction across the Amazon rainforest has slowed dramatically this year, down 55.8% from the same period a year ago. According to nonprofit Amazon Conservation's MAAP Forest Monitoring Program, the slowdown is a major turnaround for the region, vital to curbing climate change. Across the 9 Amazon countries, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia all show declining forest loss. Ecologist and MAAP Director Matt Feiner says these data show there still is hope for the Amazon. The Amazon, the world's largest rainforest, helps to curb global warming because its trees absorb huge amounts of carbon dioxide. Analysts credit stronger environmental law enforcement in Brazil, home to the majority of the Amazon, under President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. His predecessor, Jair Bolsonaro, had advocated clearing rainforest land for mining, ranching, and other uses. Experts say the success at reining in deforestation will give Amazon countries more leverage to push for conservation funding at COP28. The UP Fighting Maroons quickly takes full control of Game 1 of the UAAP Season 86 Finals and dismantles the Salle Green Archers 97-67. On Wednesday, November 29, at the Mall of Asia Arena, Francis Lopez and Harold Alarcon preside over the third quarter. UP ends the Green Archers' 9-game winning streak and gains a 1-0 lead in the best-of-3 championship series. Fighting Maroons team captain CJ Cancino says the team was eager to get the job done.
Natuto kami na kapag lumamang na kami, hindi na kami kailangan bumalik pa.
Green Archers team captain Ben Phillips remains upbeat despite the loss.
Obviously, there's first finals jitters, but we know how to bounce back.
Game 2 between UP and DLSU is set for Sunday, December 3. Pop superstar Taylor Swift adds another achievement to her already momentous 2023 as she's named Spotify's Global Top Artist for the year. Taylor tops Spotify's 2023 Wrapped, its annual end-of-the-year data about the most streamed artists, songs, albums, and podcasts on the streaming platform. Taylor had recorded more than 26.1 billion global streams since January 1. This marks the first time for Taylor to rank first in the artist global chart in her career. Placing second is Bad Bunny, who was the #1 artist for the past 3 years. Rounding up the top 5 are The Weeknd, Drake, and Peso Pluma. Aside from being the top global artist, 2 of Taylor's albums make it to the top streamed albums globally, with Midnights placing second, while Lover ranks 7th. Following the news, Taylor went on social media to express her gratitude towards her fans by releasing the track You're Losing Me from the Vault on streaming services. KathNiel is no more. Actress Kathryn Bernardo confirms in an Instagram post Thursday, November 30, she and actor Daniel Padilla are no longer a couple. She says they have been drifting apart for a while now and, quote, ultimately had to accept that we can't go back to where it used to be. She writes on Instagram, Deej, you gave me 11 beautiful years and the kind of love that I will forever cherish. I will always be grateful for you. Kathryn also addresses KathNiel fans. We hope you can join us in this healing process and not let those precious moments go to waste. Soon after Kathryn posted, Daniel responds. He writes, thank you for dancing with me during my highs and thank you for singing with me during my lows. He tells fans, it will be hard but we need to embrace the future. Kathryn and Daniel first worked together in the youth-oriented series Growing Up, which started in 2011. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.